Hey guys, got up this morning, decided I was going to run up to the store, and got about a block down the road and the Jeep started acting funny, had a whole bunch of lights come on, throttle position or throttle, I don't know what you call it, but wouldn't give it any throttle, wouldn't take off. It kind of like it went into limp mode. So brought it back home and decided I'd put it on a scanner, and this is what I ended up with. Was a couple codes. I don't know if you can see them very good, but it was a p1628, a p2127, which said throttle pedal position sensor APPS2 low circuit, and right now they're stored. I have messed with it a little bit. Think I may have found the problem. Implausible throttle position sensor, signal received, implausible static engine torque signal received. So yeah, it really did not want to make it back to the house. I was lucky I only made it about a block away. Haven't had any problems up until this morning. Now, I did a cylinder head on the driver's side, which would be the left side about, oh, it's been months. So I hooked it up to the Autel, and with everything on, I was looking at live data. Looked like my throttle position, everything was working fine. So I started looking around a little more, and down in, let me get the light on it. What I found was basically this right here is the steering column. Well, there's a nut here, or a bolt that goes through and sticks out on the other side. Now what I've done is there's a wire right there. Well, you can't really see it. Maybe now. This camera is not fitting in there, but this wire harness right here, there's a yellow and red wire sticking out, and it has wore through, and my guess is it is rubbing each time I turn. This bolt's been hitting it. So I think what happened this morning, it finally decided that it wore through it enough, and it started getting a little bit, see, it's supposed to be, this whole harness should have been held up here. So my little tabs ended up falling. I went down a bumpy road the other day, and I'm guessing it shook it enough and let that little tab come loose, which let it fall down and just rub through the wire. So what I've got here is tape. I got a zip tie somewhere around here, but I'm going to try and put this back in place so it stops rubbing, and I'll do that and wrap that wire up. You can see it a little better, it's right there. I'm going to wrap that wire up, and hopefully it'll stop rubbing, and we'll take it for a test drive and see if everything works okay. Okay, I've got everything in here. That was the quick report. So before I fix it, I'm going to go through here and do a quick erase. And the wire's not touching anything right now. So it should erase these out. Okay, TCM, reading codes. And I always get one for stereo. It has aftermarket radio in it, and that's the wireless control thing. It always has that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and back out. We've done erased everything out of it. Okay, had to pull it away from that metal bracket right there so we can get the wire moved out and get something wrapped around it. It's that yellow wire. This white is way too bright. The yellow and red wire right there. That's the problem. That one. Okay. So once you get it pulled out, pulled away, those little clips, we're going to try to attempt to wrap that. See, with it pulled away, it just lays right on top of the steering shaft. So I got a piece cut off here. I'm trying to lay it down in there. And it sticks to everything but where I want it to. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a couple pieces and just piece them in there. You can't get a roll of tape inside there. There's no way. Now, what I was saying earlier was basically, if you've had cylinder head work done, you know, I can see this being a common issue, because that's really tight right there, and it's not held in very good after you take those clips out. I'm sure all y'all can see is just my hand. I can't even see the wire myself, so I'm just gonna stick that right there. Maybe. Not an easy position. Yep, that takes just. I guess as long as you got something around it, it's going to be better than nothing. Pretty much going to try and put as much on it as I can, because the sheath is gone. And it's really like to get a piece wrapped around the back. Oh. Yep. Alright, so we got that. Turn this light off. Oh, no it's not. Zip tie. Alright. Now, let's see. Okay. way, you gotta really get yourself up in here so you can even think about reaching any of this. I think what I want to do is lift the wire up out of the way. And I think I'm going to go up around here. This is kind of a small zip tie. I will definitely be replacing it with a bigger one. But for purposes and seeing if this is even what the problem was, I think that's it's gonna do. Holy cow. Okay, this one up through there. And that's definitely up out of the way. We'll cut that off some. Alright. Alright guys. Pretty sure why. Well, oops. Okay. Yeah. You can't go wrong. You can stand on them. Makes it a lot easier to work on this thing. Alright, I'm gonna get this all put back together and we will take it for a drive and I'll let y'all see how it goes. Okay guys, what I got here is some live data that I'm gonna run while we go test drive this and see if it's changed anything. Okay, we have no engine light. So let me find my throttle blade positions at 4, TPS 4. So far we're looking okay. Let's throw this in reverse and back her up out of here. This should be a short trip. We will not close the garage. Okay. Looks like so far we're doing good. We're about here last time. I made it. We're just gonna go around the block. I think we're gonna be okay. No, well, besides my seatbelt light, yeah, I know. And see, I noticed when it did it, it was in a turn. Both times was in a turn when it did it, or right after a turn, so it was rubbing and it glitched out. We have full power now. Okay guys, that fixed the issue. So if you have this problem, if it's throwing a bunch of lights on, you have no power, throttle position, it's not doing anything, there's a good chance that could be what it is. It's worth checking, just looking things over, and this didn't cost me nothing, just time. So I hope it helps somebody, saves y'all some headaches and money, and if you would like and subscribe. Gonna be trying to put some more videos on. Not everything Jeep related. We'll see where I go with it. Alright, thanks.